Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Wasteland 2. We are almost ready to go to the radio tower. First I want to sell our junk we collected and also the Mississippi mule and the, what was it? Sickle. The bladed weapon. Don't have bladed weapons in the skills in our squad. And this is Solvi, a kindly older woman in standard issue ranger garb, occupied with counting goods and organizing crates. Welcome to Solvi Sundries, happy to trade, an honor to make your acquaintance. Right, we'll talk to you later, Solvi. Right now let's do a quick trade. And sell the junk, sell the Mississippi mule, sell the sickle. That will give us $200. Is actually enough to buy an M14, but that's only a slight upgrade. Let's not spend any money. See you later, Solvi. Let's head to the radio tower. We need to find the repeater units and Ace's logbook.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
This is Ranger Team Echo.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find. Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal.
Does that mean you weren't always the dispatcher?
Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher. But Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world and how it's changing. I need to know what's going on out there, and I figure the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes. Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing.
So it's important to stay in radio contact with you?
It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem.
Roger, out.
10-4, Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
Yeah, we'll explore later. Right now we'll head straight to the radio tower. Right, maybe get some water here. Radiation clouds right there. This is Echo 1. We arrived at the target.
Roger that, Echo 1. When you reach the area where Ace's body was found, give it a good going over. The folks that picked him up said it looked like he crawled there. Maybe you can find some tracks leading to where he was attacked. Copy?
Copy.
10-4, Echo 1, and check in immediately with any new info. Those repeater units are a top priority. Ranger Command out.
Alright. And already a blood trail right there. Let's follow that. Alright, we see crusty red patches of blood. And more blood. Something right there. Ace's Ranger Star.
Jesus. That's Ace's star. How did it end up way the hell over here?
Well, let's find out.
Man, I don't get shaken up easy. But this place is sending shivers up my spine. God damn it, Ace. Why won't you let me come with you?
Right. The trail of Ace's blood leads to a chain link enclosure. Rising from within is a tall radio tower. And also this guy, Spike Alpha.
If you want to play in our backyard, you gotta pay. 15 scrap, or we'll break your faces. And my dog will eat your corpses.
So all 3 dialogue skills available. Let's go with hard ass. Sure, let's do this. And after we're done kicking your asses, we're going to eat what's left of your dog.
You're insane. What the hell is wrong with you? Just go on through, you sick bastard. I'll show you where my secret good thinks place is. Just don't hurt bark meat.
And the location of a shrine. Very good. We'll just follow the blood trail.
He didn't die quiet, at least. He went down fighting. Damn it, Ace.
Right, blood and oil mixed in the sand. This must have been where Ace and his mysterious assailant duked it out. And a severed plastic leg, leaking an oily black liquid. The leg is made of plastic and metal, scuffed and dented from hard use and badly mangled at the severed knee joint. It looks like it was removed from the rest of the body by a shotgun blast. We can pick it up. Metal leg, quest item. Fairly heavy, so BA can take it. We discovered Ace's star. Someone back at HQ might be interested in it. And we discovered a metal leg that appears to be from some kind of robot. Vargas will want to know about this next time we talk. Right. Trail continues there. Right. Over there, but let's first grab this stuff. A few medical items and a weapons crate. A mangler. This is a one-time use rocket launcher, I think. Also very heavy. So BA can take that. And we found a cave. A toad. Let's maybe set up the guys here. Looks to be high ground of sorts. Face can take the first shot. Alright, good shot. Angela is too close. Let's go here. This is a Murdoch. And retreat a bit. Right, no shot with the hunting rifle, and I cannot reposition and still get a shot, so just move you a little bit. BA can test out the nail board. We cannot attack a second time. Right. Hannibal also needs to create some distance. Right. The toad took BA's weapon. We can crouch to increase the chance to hit. Can take a second shot. And maybe Murdoch can kill the toad. No? Alright. Face does have a shot with the hunting rifle, but it's a lousy shot. Let's crouch. Nicely done. BA, get your weapon back. Everybody reload. At the end of the trail of black oil and gouge earth, you find a dead machine slumped against a metal chest. At least you think it's a machine. It's certainly mechanical, 7 foot tall, man-shaped robot with metal and plastic legs, arms, torso and head. All pockmarked with buckshot and covered in gashes that looked like they were made by an axe. But there is something about the eyes of the thing that seem disturbingly human. And near the mechanical man, a steel case, several items, a hand-drawn map, a torn notebook page, and the page is from a regulation logbook. Excellent, so we found Ace's logbook. Right here.
Looks like the robot only got 1 page of Ace's logbook. And it don't say much. We should look around the area for more. Could be clues.
And the logbook page is almost entirely covered with dry blood, making even the date illegible. But one line can still be made out. Who is Matthias? There was also something here, there. That's the hand-drawn map with the Rail Nomads camp location. Useful.
Damn. Look at that thing. Looks like Ace gave as good as he got. I guess that's some consolation. Where the fuck did it come from? Never seen a robot so advanced before. Not even Max was that tricked out.
Right, the mechanical man slumped against an oil-spattered rock. His left leg severed at the hip. Perfect match for the foot and lower leg you found earlier. And inside the chest cavity we notice a cylindrical object giving off a faint blue glow. Might be a power source. Takes some advanced knowledge of electrical engineering, but you could try to retrieve it. And for this we need computer science, not in the squad right now. So we may want to return later. And this is, right, steel case with a Desert Ranger star painted on the side.
This is what killed him. This goddamn piece of...
And we found the repeater units, fairly heavy, so BA can carry
I'm glad
those.
Ace killed this fucking thing, but I wish it was still alive so I could make it suffer.
I think we're done in this cave. Yeah, nothing we can do with the robots. Need computer science for that. So there is still a notebook or logbook page somewhere, but not in this cave. Let's maybe call in, report our progress.
Echo 1, go ahead. Got an update for me?
Oh, we do. We found the repeaters and the logbook and a metal man.
What?
A dead robot. Looks like it killed Ace and stole the repeaters and logbook.
Well, I'll be goddamned. We haven't seen any synthetics around for almost 15 years. We better get a closer look at the tech. Mir Captain might be able to tell us where it came from. See if you can grab a piece of it and bring it back to Mir Captain the next time you're at the Citadel.
Alright. What's a synthetic?
That is Mir Captain's fancy word for smart robots. She calls them synthetic life forms, or synths. Basically, any robot that can think for itself falls into the synth category. Plain old robots are dangerous enough. Ones that think for themselves are a nightmare.
A message received and understood.
Good, but our priority is still those repeaters. Now that you have them, I'm sending you on to complete Ace's mission, which was to attach him to the most powerful towers in Arizona, so we can get a fix on that mystery signal. One tower is at High Pool, the other is at the Ag Center. Sending you the coordinates now.
Alright. High Pool and Ag Center. What can you tell me about Ag Center?
Ag Center is due south of Ranger Citadel and very important to what we're trying to achieve. The researchers there are developing hardier plants and animals that will thrive in the harsh conditions of the wastes. If it all pays off, we may see the day when nobody in Arizona goes hungry. Talk to Matt Forrestal about hooking up to their radio dish. Used to be one of us. Now he runs things down there. Matt's good people.
Anything special about the dish?
Used to be part of an old satellite relay system, from what Woodson tells me. Strongest transmitter in Arizona.
And what should I know about High Pool?
High Pool is at the most southern and eastern corner of our jurisdiction. They're a vital part of the stable society we've been trying to build here in Arizona. They provide clean water to us and many other communities and farms, maintain an emergency reservoir in case of drought.
That sounds pretty important.
See Mayor Vikstrom there about using their tower. He knows you're coming.
What can you tell me about the tower?
They built their tower on top of an old crane. A bit unorthodox, but it gets great reception.
Copy, on our way.
Roger, Echo 1. Ranger Command out.
And I level up, right? For Hannibal and Face, well, we'll take care of that later. First, let's continue exploring the map. There's also a cave here. Still need to take a look at the radio tower. Let's go south and then west and visit the cave Lost, something like that. Right. Carefully examining the fence, Hannibal finds a lock and an explosive trap. Demolitions needed. Right, also locked. Could also use brute force. Angela has that, but let's give the experience to a Face. Maybe. Alright. Looks like a weapons crate. And it's not booby trapped. Another mangler. Wow, got 2 of those. Well, BA can still carry a lot more. Right. Let's re-equip the nail board. Not forget that. And an ammo crate. Right. We'll grab that. Nothing here. Let's just continue in this direction. Right, these guys are friendly, so I guess they don't mind if we take their stuff. A few medical items. Let's check around the area for anything else. Right, something buried there. A weapon mod, sturdy mag, minus 4% chance to jam. That's very nice, and BA can actually install that. Who has the mod though? Right, Angela. Angela can also install it, but I want BA to take care of that. Yeah, let's maybe save it for now. Check this area. That's it for this part of the map. And we are back where we started. So to the radio tower area with Spike. Ammo. We can do something here, apparently. This is the radio tower. And there was a desperate struggle here. Dried blood. Also, not the only fluid that was spilled. It looks like one of the combatants was not human. Black liquid. And splattered with blood. This console is connected to the radio tower's transmitter with a cobbled together collection of wires. Attached to it is something that resembles one of the repeaters you salvaged. Ace must have just hooked this unit up when he was attacked. And duct tape to one of the legs of the radio tower is a pre-apocalypse transistor radio. Looks like someone had patched it into the tower and set it to receive a particular frequency. But the patch wires have been severed. Someone with even the most rudimentary tech skills could probably resplice those wires and hear that frequency. And we need mechanical repair, so BA can take care of that. Very good.
Well, let me tell you Matthias's law, friends. Matthias's law is vengeance. And soon, Matthias's law will stretch all the way to Arizona and kill those so-called upholders of justice, the Desert Rangers.
Right, Matthias, the name that was mentioned on the logbook page. And here we find a lock and an alarm. Alarm disarming, not in the squad right now. So we'll leave that be and pick up this logbook page.
Yeah, that's definitely Ace's handwriting. I'd recognize those chicken scratches anywhere.
The page is smeared with oil and dirt, but some of it is still legible. Fell in with a snake squeezant seller from Rail Nomad. Wanted ranger protection on his way to something. Nice of him to share his water, but I wish the boring son of a something would shut up. So we found 2 pages. Anything else in this area? Nothing here. We already explored this part. There is another cave though, right there. Let's check that out. found a toaster in need of repairs. That's something Murdoch can take care of. Maybe a 76% chance to succeed. And we found some spray paint. Great. And admiring the statue fills your squad with a sense of purpose. Each squad member gained a skill point. Excellent. Let's check this corner and then we are probably done. A pipe bomb. Very good. Let's equip that as a secondary for Hannibal. And now we are ready to go to, what was it? Egg Center or High Pool. Explore this. I think we are basically done. Check if we missed anything here. Don't think so, but alright, let's make sure. Alright, nothing here. And before we hit the road, probably call in for the promotions and then decide where to go. That's something for the next episode though. For now, I'll make a cut here. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.